the magnificent far-off year of 2002.
Really?
Last video, we looked at a bunch of Flintstones games, and for the most part, video games were pretty kind to the series. I was surprised how many of them were good, so I thought we would double down on the Hanna-Barbera games and do the Jetsons. Now, the Jetsons I remember liking as a kid a little more than the Flintstones. I don't know why. I'm pretty neutral about both of them now, but either way, let's get this intro going. The Jetsons was yet another animated sitcom that ran on primetime just like the Flintstones and was pretty much meant to be the polar opposite of the Flintstones, taking place in the future. Contrary to the Harvey Birdman joke, it actually takes place in 2062, and recently George Jetson's birthday has been getting attention as canonically he was born in July 31st, 2022. So Tesla better hurry up and make some flying cars, damn it. The story of the Jetsons show itself is strange. It had one season in 1962 and 63 and was canceled after 24 episodes and reran on Saturdays, and for some reason all the way in 1985, 22 years later, they brought the show back for 2 more seasons. By this time, George Jetson's voice actor, George O'Hanlon, had suffered a stroke and was blind and in a wheelchair. He had to have his lines recited to him one at a time in the vocal booth. And then there was the Jetsons movie in 1990, which you could make a whole movie about by itself, and 3 of the voice actors died before the movie was done. Man, what a cursed movie. But what we're worried about is the games. And guys, I said the Jetsons was the polar opposite of the Flintstones. Well, it's that way with the games too. I hated every second I played all these games. So strap yourself in while we rip these games a new one. First, we've got an edutainment game, Ways with Words on the Intellivision. This was one of those weird games that required the keyboard attachment, so I doubt many people actually played this game. So the game gives you a word, and then you have to spell out the word by finding all the letters on the road. And that's really it. The true definition of Babby game. I ran over the wrong letter just to see what would happen, and well, it ruins your ears. Headphone check. The real fun comes in where you can put in your own words. Oh, apparently you need at least 4 letters. NFT HD then. E621. Elden Ring sucks. Cause it does. They managed to fuck this up by not giving you a backspace, so Lycancock turned into Lincolncock. Lincolncock? 4 inches? I kept trying to put your head explode, but I kept misspelling it and there wasn't enough room for it. Your head explode actually kind of sounds like an Intellivoice. Your head explode. That's a difficulty setting you can turn on where you have to guess what the word is, so then it becomes like Wheel of Fortune. But if I wanted to play Wheel of Fortune, I'd play fucking Wheel of Fortune. After a while, the game starts throwing cars and robots at you to try to get you to hit them. So that gives you something to do, I guess. But the thing is, there's no way to lose. If you hit something, it just makes you stop for a moment and then you can go right back to it. There's no game over or nothing. What a pussy game. There's no way to lose, then it ain't really a game, is it? I would make the joke, in my day, we had games that you lost, but this is before my day. This is like the 80s. Either way, I only recommend this game if you're a wuss that hates losing. Next, we've got the Jetsons on the ZX Spectrum. Oh, I don't look forward to this. Yo, what's this about? And now some Polish words to my Drossel's favorite fucker? I found a Jetsons game that says fucker. Okay, so what's going on is what's called a cracktro. Used to, when people pirated games, they would put an intro on the beginning of the ROM. Sometimes add some words, some graphics, and some jazzy music, and even some cheat codes. Well, this is one of those. So now we have a Jetsons game that says fucker. This game's a fucker, all right, a motherfucker. This game puts you in a long, drawn-out maze and tells you figure it out. Most of my time was spent going down holes. Man, if it ain't poles, it's holes. And then on one screen, there's an enemy that spawns right where you spawn. So you can't help but get hit by him. And what is it, a chair? I guess in the Jetsons universe, even the furniture tries to kill you. But yeah, the holes. Some of the holes are put right where you spawn. Again, same problem. And they have a hitbox that's bigger than the hole itself. So you end up going through the hole even though you're trying to go around it. You have to be really careful and inch your way past the holes and hope to God the hitbox doesn't get you. Oh crap, here comes Mr. Spacely. How do I get past? Oh shit, I'm back at the start. So now I have to try to get past the holes again and get my way back over there. There's no alternate route either. I have to get past Mr. Spacely somehow. And I never figured it out. Not that I care, this game is terrible. You know what makes it even worse? You have a fucking time limit. So you have to somehow get through this whole stage in one fell swoop. And to that I say nay nay. Here's an insult you probably never heard before. This game is hot dog water. It's a byproduct of something that wasn't that good to begin with and holds no value to anybody. This game is hot dog water. Moving on. Next we have the Jetsons Cogswell Caper on the NES. Spacely's rival Cogswell has set up a mining factory that could destroy the planet, and Jetson is sent out there to take care of it. Your main attack is you can pick up and throw crates, kind of like Chippendale Rescue Rangers. You can throw them forward, you can throw them backward, you can even throw them up. This game likes to play with gravity a lot. Sometimes you'll have to reverse gravity and walk upside down to get somewhere. There's a lot of really annoying enemies in the game, like these gears. They jump too high to get past them, they don't jump high enough you can't walk under them. And then they hide robots inside the crates and they hit you instantly. In what universe is that fair? The platforms are real tricky in this game too. I thought I could make this jump, but the other platform moved away from me. Oh, of course the platform spawns after I die. And there's those gears again. Oh god, they're so aggravating. These are the real gears of war. At least the first boss isn't too bad. You just throw blocks at him and he'll die eventually. You know that used to be a form of medieval execution? Throw rocks at somebody until they die. It was literally called getting stoned. I'm not making that up. Now we're on the second level and I can already tell you these bees are a problem. These bees suck my nuts-a-dees. Oh, come on. I thought that was a platform. You don't put something that looks like a platform and then it not be one. Mario doesn't have games. Let me try that again. Mario doesn't have platforms you go right through. Get on Mario's level, or Mario's levels' level, I don't know. Then there's this spider boss you have to take out by throwing the blocks upwards, but the problem is you can't throw straight up. You throw diagonally up, so you have to throw it at an angle kind of to be able to hit him. Was it too much to ask to be able to throw straight up? This game makes me want to throw straight up. Holy shit, guys, it's the Ninja Baseball Batman. And man, are they a bitch to get past. Okay, what happened here? Oh, I see. I was just in the path of that bat. And if that wouldn't have got me, the ball would have. I was just doomed to die there. And I can't even get a chance to get ready to jump or anything. The stupid balls keep hitting me in the face. Probably wouldn't be the first time George Jetson's had trouble with balls in his face. Let's see. 250? You know what? Never mind. I don't want to see that. Hey, I found Astro and he's on the crazy thing. I can already tell you they got this wrong. That's supposed to say, "Rail River Wizard George. You know rain rocks my rocket, right?" You know, Astro, I've never understood what you were saying. Right girls rock rogs. Uh-oh. Later, I encountered this asshole who, when you throw blocks at him, he throws them back. You have to try to hit him from the back. Ah, shit, I got gears trying to come after me, and I've got 0 lives. I don't want to do this stage all over again. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck me. They're right there. Holy shit. I am so fucking dead. Or not, I guess. Oh, my God. This boss is from hell. It jumps around all over the screen and shoots gears at you. Yeah, they're probably cogs, but if I say cogs over and over, it sounds like I'm saying cocks. He's not shooting cocks at me. And if that ain't bad enough, the game randomly reverses the gravity on you. Sometimes it reverses the gravity while he's right under me and then I get hit. I know this boss doesn't look like it's hard, but it really is. And every time it reverses the gravity, this text box appears and stops everything. And I swear, every time it does it, he's right under me. This boss is an insufferable pain in my gluteus maximus. That means giant ass. When I finally beat this boss, I started punching the air. I was so happy. And now I get to go to Dreamland? Is Kirby there? Dreamland has this crap where you gotta go through a bunch of warps and you can only get to the end of the level if you've got the right combination to open up my heart. Let's see if anybody gets that reference. After that is the blast furnace, and oh god, this level sucks. It's one of those damn levels that goes dark and you have to turn it back light again. And it's got this one mini boss that shoots at you and you gotta try to throw the blocks at him, but you got blocks on a moving platform. And the platform ends up moving too far away from the platform you need to jump on. This section was god-awful torment. Finally, I figured out what I had to do. I had to jump on the platform, grab the block, quickly jump back to the left platform, throw the block, and then wait for the platforms to spawn again. Then I could kill the guy. Also, don't you love it when an NES starts slowing down because it can't take what's going on screen? Then, not long after all that, the game did that shit where if the camera moves up, then the bottom is considered a bottomless pit you die in. For real, this game can go fuck itself. Nobody else is gonna fuck it. Might catch an STD. An NESTD. Ah, great, I gotta do all this in the dark. Well, thanks, game. That was a nice shortcut. And now I gotta hit switches to make lava go down while these Honda Asimo rejects shoot at me. Oh, I'm up shit creek with a turd for a paddle, and I can't cope a piss up a rope. Will you look at this? Will you look at what's going on right now? 31 flavors of death. But the thing that finally made me rage quit this game is this god-awful boss right here. You've got asteroids falling down. You've got this one jackass jumping around and also throwing stars at you. Now, what this game expects you to do is grab the stars and throw them at the guy. But the way they screwed it all up was unless you grab the star in a pixel-perfect spot, the star hurts you. Ain't that a bitch and a half? It's a bitch and a mini bitch. And that is where I said no more. You know what this game can go do? This game can sit in line at the DMV while the IRS and debt collectors are blowing up its phone and the landlord is telling it he's doubling its rate because he hates it, and it can sit in front of its computer while both its parents are staring right at the monitor watching everything it's doing. That's my personal hell for this game. This game, oh my god! And you know what sucks the most? We still have 2 more. Give them to me, baby. Give them to me while I'm foaming at the mouth. Ooh, I hate it already. We got the Jetsons Robot Panic on Game Boy. Actually, you know what? Compared to the other stuff I've played, this one is actually the least bad. It's actually got some cool mechanics that the game plays around with. You play as each of the Jetsons family members, and each one has a special ability. Elroy's got a weapon, Judy has magnetic boots that can walk over spikes, and Jane's got a rocket pack. And when you play the George levels, he's got all of them. It tries to do some clever things with puzzles and blocks, and for the most part, the level design is pretty decent. But notice I said for the most part. You see, the levels where you play as the other Jetsons are really short, so they compensated by making George's level longer, and it feels kind of like a slog to get through, especially since you move so slow. But what broke me from almost liking this game was one very specific thing. There's a part of George's level where there's acid flooding the entire level, and you have to keep going up to get away from it. Well, there's this area that warps you somewhere, and that somewhere is right above the acid, and it's already up so high you can't hardly get away from it. And when you die, it respawns you right on top of the acid again, so you'll run out your lives until it's game over. That is so fucking dirty. Who decided that was a good idea? Well, I ran out of continues and had to start the whole game all over again. Or I would have had I not shut the game off. Who programs a level like that where you spawn on top of a death trap? A jackass, that's who. Last game, the Jetsons Invasion of the Planet Pirates for Super Nintendo. Now, for some reason, this game has got a cutscene that goes on for 5 whole minutes. And all it is some superhero tells George he has to stop a bunch of space pirates, which makes no sense. I mean, the guy's a superhero. That's like if Batman came up to some random person and said, "Hey, I need you to handle this Joker guy for me." And to do this, he gives George a vacuum cleaner, predating Luigi's use of a vacuum cleaner by several years. So you're supposed to use this vacuum to stick yourself to walls and ceilings, and you can jump to new areas with it. And you can suck up enemies and shoot them too. It's a neat concept on paper, but then so was a movie player that plays games, and that took a while to get right. For the most part, it has a lot of neat ideas, and it makes you have to think outside the box to figure out how to progress. And I almost wanted to call this a good game, but then by the halfway point of the second level, the game started showing off its jank side. It did that same crap again where the bottom of the screen is instant death. That makes absolutely no sense. I just came from there. And it kept killing me over and over again, and it doesn't help that these gears move you around. This part was the worst. You have to unscrew these bolts that hurt you so you can have a clear path to climb the wall, but every time you jump up to it, the camera moves up just enough to where the floor is now theoretical lava, and if you're too close to the bottom, you die. It's a very unfair, janky death trap. For real, this level can suck a source filmmaker My Little Pony porn dick. And there was this part I was stuck on for I don't even remember how long, where this freaking wall keeps closing in and I have to hurry and climb up to the top and flip the switches to make it go back. The problem is the wall doesn't let you stick to it. You have to use the one on the left. If you could stick to the right wall, this section would be a lot easier. Plus, it's hard to climb up quickly. You have to be really good with the timing on pressing the suck button, the suck button, and the jump button in order to do it fast. And it's really hard to do. I can't really relay to you how hard this is to do. You would just have to play the game yourself, and I'm telling you not to. Then there were these sections where you had to keep walking to the right until a hole appears under you, and it seems to take forever to do it. There's like 3 of these in a row. What's even the point? They could have put enemies or power-ups, hearts, something that would have made these sections interesting. Also, do you like my score of 66660? Yo, what's the deal with this bird? Did I just get sucked into space? What a way to die. Safe to assume we need to go around these. This boss. So you're steadily scrolling down and platforms are popping up and this robot keeps swinging its big round balls at you and you have limited vision. This boss is such a clusterfuck. You have to try to throw blocks at him, but if his ball isn't in the way, the platforms are. So it's really hard to get a clear shot at him. It's one of those boss fights that seems to go on forever because you're steadily waiting to get an opening and you can't quite get one. It's just bad. You're gonna have to trust me on this. Fighting this boss was like having somebody pull your upper lip hair off one by one. Seeing this robot with its low-hanging balls makes me think it has a pair of truck nuts. But everybody should know by now, a game is not truly a terrible platformer until it has a terrible water level, and this one's got one in spades. If it ain't the whales trying to suck you up, it's the spiky things that shoot shit at you. And it was this level that made me finally say, no more. Fuck this. I am tired of these fucking games. I shut the game off. I will never play it again, and I am a better person for it. And that, my friends, is the Jetsons Games. And as far as I know, that's the only ones that have ever come out. And maybe it should stay that way. I hope you all enjoyed this torturous review, and I hope to have more for you soon. Next time we're playing something I want to play. I'm tired of all these crappy games. Until then, I'm Stuart K. Riley. If you like what you see, subscribe and all that bullshit. You can become a patron for $5 or $1. $5 gets you a Discord server and your name on the board. And you see the videos before anybody else. This is Working Man Games, and have a good day.